Right, so in today's video we're going to be using Weedol to kill any of the weeds in this lawn. So at the moment this lawn is looking pretty nice. You can see it's looking really thick. It's had an application of fertiliser again recently, and for the most part it's doing really well. However, it isn't perfect and isn't without any of its flaws. So this Weedol weed killer that I'm using today specifically says on the box that it kills weeds, not lawns. And if you're after actually killing weeds in your lawn yourself without doing any damage to the lawn you've currently got, you need to make sure that it does say on the box that it does just kill weeds and not lawns. Otherwise, you can do a lot of damage to your existing lawn. I've got a video series on my channel where I show you how you can actually kill your lawn off using weed killer and start it again from scratch. But you can tell with a lawn like this, with the state that it's in at the moment, that killing the lawn off would be a little bit overkill to actually deal with the weed problem in this lawn. And by weed problem, I don't mean that the actual problem with weeds is massive in this lawn, but you can tell there are some weeds down here towards the front of the lawn. Round at the side, you can see we've got a little bit of white clover knocking about, and even as you go further into the lawn too, you can see we've got the odd like dandelion weeds knocking about there. We've got some clover that's started to come through on this side, and this part of the lawn here has always sort of had a bit of a problem with clover, so hopefully it'll help us to deal with that. And we have the odd dandelion knocking around the edges too, and when you step back it doesn't look too bad at all, but when you do get close to the lawn there are more weeds than you sort of would expect that are knocking about that I would like to deal with in today's video. And it says on the box here that it deals with dandelions, daisies, all different bits and bobs. But the main two I've got in my lawn are dandelions and white clover, which you can see just there. Now, I have seen a few things online that do say if you've not got a lot of weeds in your lawn that you don't necessarily need to be applying this product across the entire lawn, because there's no need for the weed killer to cover every grass blade if there's not, weeds riddled all the way through. But I'm going to apply this product today across the entire lawn as it says on the instructions of the bottle, and we'll see what the results are. Now, just to be crystal clear, this is the first time I've ever used this product on this lawn, so we'll see together firsthand what the results are like and whether it's worth applying it across the entire lawn. Now, it does say here on the bottle that if you are using a knapsack sprayer that you do need to mix 15 millilitres of the product with around about 1 litre of water, and that's going to cover around about 10 metres squared. My lawn that I am treating today is only about 10 metres squared, give or take, and I'm going to be putting a little bit more water in because this is a knapsack sprayer I'm going to be using, and it applies the product quite quickly to the lawn. So I'm going to be putting 2 litres in this knapsack sprayer, but I'm still only going to be putting the 15 millilitres in. So it's the same amount of product that's being distributed across the lawn, it's just being diluted a little bit more, and we'll see if that has any sort of negative impact at all. So like when you apply any product using a knapsack sprayer, you need to make sure you put a little bit of water into the sprayer first so that you can actually get the product all mixed in really well. If you do put the product in first and then the water, you can risk having really concentrated product at the bottom of your sprayer. That'll do, just a little bit of water on the bottom. What was potent, that, honestly. The proper sends you to the moon, that will. Also as well, it comes with a little measuring, little jug thing, so you can see exactly how much you're measuring out. So I'm going to do, like I said before, 15 mil. Perfect. 15 mil there. Not a lot of products, but I'd rather go almost less with this rather than too much, because any sort of weed killer can do damage. Even if it says it doesn't kill lawns, if you put too much down, it can probably do more harm than good, I imagine. So I filled it to roughly the 2 litre mark, which is exactly how much liquid I want in the sprayer. Like I said, a little bit more than what is needed for this application, but I want to make sure I actually distribute it evenly across the lawn and that I don't run out of water. At this point I would say make sure you're wearing the correct PPE. However, I don't know where to put my gloves, and the socks and the trainers will suffice. It's not going to kill me. I'll just make sure I don't spray it against my legs. And also, one thing I haven't mentioned either yet is that you want to be doing this when it's not a windy day, because you don't want the product spraying all over the shop. That's one pass. Maybe that 1 litre is probably enough, but I'm going to go over again, give it one last spray to make sure all the product is down on the lawn. And just something else to say, it stinks. It's proper potent, this stuff. It smells like terps a little bit. And there we go, the product has been applied to the lawn, and we're going to wait now at least a week or so, and we're going to see how it gets on at killing the weeds that are already in the lawn. And I do want to say at this point also is that it does say on the instructions that you shouldn't really be applying this product around about 3 days, since your last cut. However, I did cut this yesterday, but because the lawn is actually quite long, the actual leaves of the weeds are quite exposed, so I don't think it's going to do much difference by leaving it a couple of days for it to get even longer than what it is now. So that's it for today's video. I'm not going to be showing the results in this video today because this front lawn is in the middle of a lawn renovation at the moment, and that's a video that I'm going to be posting next weekend. So if you'd like to check that out, or to check out any of the other videos that I've got on my channel, then feel free to subscribe. And finally, thanks for watching.